Pause the screen, copy what you see. Awesome. Go ahead, pause the screen, copy what you see. Awesome. So again, normal is going to be what I considered my regular routine before doing a self-paced and a flipped classroom. So with self-paced, basically what that frees me up to do is it lets me focus on the students who need me. There's going to be kids in your class who could do the assignments, could get through all the information, and they don't really need your help. They're going to get it on their own. So when I start a class, I come in, I get out my clipboard, and I go through my attendance. I'm still doing the greetings, but as I'm doing that, I'm saying, you're working on 3.6 today, correct? Awesome. You're turning in 3.5 video? No, you still need to work on it? Perfect. That's what you start with. My students who are behind, I might say 3.4 is due at the end of class. Did you start it last time? No? Okay, that's what we're working on for today. I basically go through my checklist of this is what I show that you should be working on. Is that correct? If it is, then they start working. If it's not, then I edit my clipboard and they show me their book. One of the biggest things I do is take ownership of their assignment. So if they did not do the if they did not do the notes that were assigned last night, they have to send an email saying, in algebra, I did not complete my 6.3 notes because, and they sign it. They're just taking ownership to that email that they send their parents. During class, students will work through whatever assignment is next for them. So I have a minimum expectation as my calendar. So today we're working on 6.3. Anybody working on 6.3 can either sit at their desk or sit at my table, but they are working on that. It's due at the end of class. If they finish it, they get a 100. If they don't finish it, they get a 70 or an 80 or 60, however much they completed. Anybody who is working on something other than 6.3 is working at their own desk at their own pace, and they can come check with me in intervals. So maybe they are going to try 3 questions and then come check with me to make sure they're on the right track. Maybe they really, really understand it. They complete the whole accelerated assignment that the rest of us aren't doing until next Tuesday, and they come check with me at the end. If it's all done, awesome. They take the next assignment, or they start the next notes. One of the biggest things is for the assessment. So I'm going to skip down to the bottom. When do my students take an assessment? Well, if we're going to quiz tomorrow, but you're done with today's assignment and there's 40 minutes left of class, let's take the quiz. The idea for teachers that everybody has to take the test or the quiz at the same time was mind-boggling to me. The integrity of my tests, I never feel like they're compromised, especially in math, because you have to show your work. But if a student can give an open response question that explains their knowledge of the question, more than just like a multiple choice kind of thing, I never understood why that was the reason they couldn't move forward. They're not limited by time, they're limited by us as teachers wanting to control the scenario. So my students completely move freely. There are kids who will finish out the entire semester's worth of work in 10 weeks. There are kids who are literally barely holding down my minimum calendar in order to get 80s to 100s on every assignment. And that's okay. I'm making sure I meet the needs of all of them.